Hello, welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. I'm your host, Aaron Comey. Do you remember Amber Guyger? Amber Guyger was the Dallas cop who allegedly, and I have to say allegedly because the media seems to have forgotten that word from their vocabulary, dropped that word from their vocabulary in relation to this case, because they're not saying that she allegedly mistakenly killed this guy. They're not saying that she they're saying that she mistakenly killed this guy, as if they're just taking her defense as truth, which is ridiculous because it doesn't sound plausible. It doesn't seem to make sense, and it seems like there's so much more that is not being revealed. But the media, for some reason, and let's keep this clear, we're not talking about Fox News. We're talking about the media. So it's really interesting, all of these narratives, oh, Fox News is always pro-cop. But the media, CNN, NBC, all of these news media, I'm not hearing the word allegedly coming from them. I'm hearing them take her word, her version of events, her defense, that's basically what it is, her defense, as what actually happened. And they're saying that, she, and I'm going to say, well, I'm saying she allegedly went into the wrong apartment and accidentally killed this guy who was in his own apartment. So a cop goes into somebody's apartment, shoots them to death, and oops, I thought this was my apartment. But guess what? She's going to get off. Like, I can see it already, just from what I'm telling you about with the game the media is playing in terms of dropping the allegedly. And I've noticed this for a while, that the media had been doing this. They weren't saying she allegedly went to the wrong apartment. They were saying she went to the wrong apartment. But she's on trial now, and she took the stand. After she took the stand, I mean, I feel so bad for her. She's really, 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 really sorry. In fact, she says she's so sorry. She wishes he had the gun and he had killed her. Except he didn't have the gun. He didn't have a gun, and she was never in any danger from him. The only person in danger was him from her, and he's dead because of her. But she actually sat on the stand and said that she wishes he had killed her. He couldn't have, and that was never an option. That was never something that was going to happen, him killing her. That's like that in itself, and nobody's like calling her out on that complete and utter is infuriating. She wishes he had, like, the implication there of I wish he had killed me is that as if that was the choice. Like, no, that wasn't the choice. It was either you kill him or you leave him alone in his apartment, bothering no one. Like, you were the threat. You were the only threat there. There was no, maybe he was a threat, maybe you were a threat. No, only you were the threat. He was no threat to you or anyone else. He was in his apartment by himself, minding his business. But she wishes he had killed her. The gall of these cops, it's astounding. Also, she breaks down in tears, allegedly. She allegedly breaks down in tears to say that, she wishes, her life, she feels so guilty. She wishes she feels she doesn't deserve to be with her family and her friends. And I'm like, you could have pleaded guilty. Like, like, in fact, you still can. You can still withdraw your not guilty plea and plead guilty if that's what you want. That option is available to you. You you can do that at any time. Woman, at any time, you can plead guilty. Like the mental gymnastics, it's ridiculous. But it's clear what's going to happen. She's going to get off. She's going to get acquitted. And people are going to be, oh, but I mean, seriously, you've got to see the case from the prosecution. I really want to know what the investigation turned up, because I feel that there's much better information that could have been turned up instead of she's just having an affair. Like, just having the affair in and of itself, like, what does that have to do with her murdering this dude in his apartment? Now, if there are some ties between her lover and Botham, that is something that would be interesting. I don't know if I haven't seen any of that put forward, so it's I don't know if they found anything like that. But if there was some ties, then that would make sense. Otherwise, it's like the prosecutor is really just trying to do this for show, and they have no real desire or intent to convict her. They have none. And her, like, man, yeah, I can see where this is headed already, and people are going to be pissed, but I know this is happening. And that's why I say, I mean, it's time to stop. It's time to free ourselves of this delusion that the government is here to protect us, that the police are our friends. Like, no, they are part of a system. The system protects itself. And at any given point, people, the enforcers within that system, can do what they want and be held unaccountable because they are part and parcel of the system. Yeah, so get ready for this not guilty verdict that will be coming within the next week, I'm guessing. And get ready for the protest and the outrage that's coming. And get ready for the same people that are outraged to then call for more laws and gun control and all kinds of other ridiculous stuff that takes the power out of our hands and puts us at the mercy of people like Amber Guyger. Thank you for checking out this episode. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.